gone right, Chris, gone right, gone right.
A rude awakening for a suspect alleged to be involved in county lines and knife crime. Watching from below, the Home Secretary, trying to refocus on her job after nearly losing it.
Do you like your early start?
Well, I think it's important.
Yeah.
You know, we have, as you can see, frontline officers day in, day out doing this kind of stuff, showing that they're being supported, definitely, but actually prioritising this kind of work.
Yeah.
This is law and order.
But is there law and order within the government? Last week, a report found the Home Secretary bullied staff and broke the ministerial code. But the Prime Minister overruled, saying the code hadn't been broken and she could keep her job. Priti Patel said she was sorry that her behaviour upset people. But if she hadn't broken the code, what exactly was she apologising for?
You have apologised, but do you accept the findings of the report, that you were bullying and that you broke the ministerial code?
Well, first of all, I have unreservedly apologised for what was published last week in terms of the report's finding. I've not seen the report, so I can't comment.
You've seen the comments that he made, that you broke the ministerial code and that what your behaviour would be deemed as bullying. Do you accept those findings?
Well, first of all, I have given an unreserved apology about that, and it's important to recognise in terms of the code that the Prime Minister is the arbiter of that code, and he makes the judgments accordingly as well.
I just wonder what your view is.
My view is on the record. My view is absolutely on the record, and I've given an unreserved apology to anybody that has been upset by anything that has taken place.
What are you apologising for? What behaviour of yours are you apologising for?
If people felt upset. And that it's important.
If people felt upset by what?
If people felt upset by expressions of frustration, specifically, that has been highlighted by Alex Allen, and I've been very clear about that. I've given an unreserved apology, and I will continue to do that.
So the way in which you expressed your frustration?
Absolutely.
Because you're allowed to be direct with people.
Well, the way in which frustrations have been expressed.
Today, the Prime Minister wrote to his team saying there is a particular duty on ministers and permanent secretaries to create jointly across government a culture which is professional, respectful, focused and ambitious for change, and in which there's no place for bullying. But this isn't enough to satisfy the Shadow Home Secretary.
He has effectively turned a blind eye when an independent report came across his desk saying clearly that the Home Secretary had breached the ministerial code. Now the Home Secretary shows no remorse and seems to be effectively blaming the victims of bullying for what happened. Her position is completely untenable.
£25 million in additional funding has been put aside this year to tackle county lines. In September, a national drive led to 1,000 arrests and 1,500 children being safeguarded.
It's absolutely shocking. I mean, children, you know, the same age as our own kids, basically, that are involved and sucked into all of this. It is devastating.
Priti Patel hopes her efforts in policing will deflect criticism elsewhere. But there are suggestions the Prime Minister is frustrated with the Home Office's failure to stem migration across the Channel. And the woman he spared in November could still be shuffled out of her role come the new year. Jason Farrell, Sky News.